Hi, I'm Jeff Matthews, Wampus Sports on Conway Corporation Channel 5. I'm joined by Jay Myers. We're in the parking lot at the beautiful new Crane Kia dealership. And Jay, we're really excited to have you guys on board.
We're excited. This is our first year to do it, and we couldn't be more excited about it. We love Conway. We love Wampus Cat football. It's going to be fun.
Let's talk about this beautiful new dealership. We all saw it rise up out of the ashes here on I-40. It's beautiful.
It didn't get built quick enough, but it is. It is a beautiful new facility, state-of-the-art. We encourage everybody to come out and see it. We've got some great products, great specials, great deals, which I'll talk about here in a second, but you got to come see just the facility itself. It is absolutely top-notch.
Tons of cars on the lot and inside. It's beautiful. You got lots of room for people to sit, have a cup of coffee while they wait, whether it's for service or to buy a car, and a lot of folks in there selling cars.
We've got a great staff here that we developed in a short period of time. They got lots of experience. The dealership is really designed for the customer. And the Kia product line, man, it is absolutely amazing. They're all top safety picks. 7 models get over 30 miles per gallon. Great prices, the best Kia prices in the state. So we encourage you to come out and check them out, and you will be impressed.
Easy to find it right off exit 129 here off of I-40. We're going to have a lot of fun letting you see what Crane Kia is all about with Wampus Cat Sports.
Hey, Chris Brown out here again with the 2015 Soul at Crane Kia of Conway. The Soul's got some amazing styling. It's really aggressive looking, fun for the kids. And also, you've got 2 engine choices on it. You've got a 1.6 liter and a 2.4 liter engine, coupled with standard Bluetooth and America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. You can't go wrong. So come out and see us at Crane Kia of Conway.
Hi, and welcome to the Coach Clint Ashcraft Show. I'm Jeff Matthews. Thank you to Crane Kia for sponsoring the show and allowing us to come here and host the Coach's Show. Coach, congratulations on a big win in Greenwood. It was a slow start again, but I love how your team came back from that 14-0 down.
Yeah, you know, I was very proud of them for doing that. It would have been real easy to cash in, especially after nearly a 2-hour delay. But, you know, they got it going and played well.
That's part of what, and we had talked about, our crew had talked to you, how we knew once they said, all right, it's time to play, you just had about 10 minutes. I think a lot of us thought you'd have 30 minutes, 45 minutes. That wasn't the case. So they had to be mentally prepared for, like I said, almost 2 hours.
Yeah, and that's something, you know, our coaching staff and their coaching staff met, and I told them we could be ready to go in 10 minutes, and they said they could. And there were several instances throughout the wait where, you know, we told our kids, get dressed, we're fixing to go, and they lined up, and all of a sudden they'd reset the clock. So it was weird. But, you know, we'll take it.
And it was great to finish once we started.
Oh, yeah. You know, we thought during the game there were a couple of times we thought we might get ran off. So,
yeah.
You know, like I said, it was an odd night, but we're glad we got the result we did.
Yeah, absolutely. A big win. All the talk Friday night and then the talk on the weekend was Kevin Chamorro, but Kevin's 369 yards and 5 touchdowns don't happen without the offensive line.
And he'll be the first one to tell you that. You know, anytime I heard several people congratulate him, that was the first thing he said. He said, you know, it was my boys up front, and they did a great job.
About 269 of that he wasn't touched.
Yeah, it was impressive. I mean, It really was. It was just one of those wow games.
Let's talk about your defense. Giving up the 14 early, they could have, like you said, they could have kind of cashed it in, but they did not. They stayed focused, and there weren't going to be a whole lot of passes, so they knew what was coming, and that's a talented running game.
Yeah, and you know, we had a couple of mental errors, a couple of busts. Our guys would tell you that, and then you know, once we got those things fixed and they settled down, I think they played a lot better.
Let's talk about Alma. It's another week of a team we really don't know a whole lot about.
Yeah, you know, you turn the film on, first thing you say is, wow, they're big. They've got some big boys, and they play hard. They play really well on defense. Offensively, they may be the most multiple team. I think we counted 42 formations, so there's no telling what you're going to get.
And a talented quarterback, Evan Burris, is an all-stater as a junior.
Yeah, and, you know, I don't know if he's going to play or not. He got banged up at Bryant.
Okay.
I don't know. But he is a good ball player. We'll just have to wait and see.
Well, just like Conway, almost no different. Next guy up, probably who will have to be.
That's something we've talked to our kids about. You know, it's going to be somebody's turn at some point. You better be ready.
Nice to be at home for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're excited about that. You know, we've traveled a lot. We've had some long trips this year, and I think our kids are excited to be home.
I know we are. It'd be nice to be dry tomorrow night.
We are too.
We'll kick it off in just a few minutes on Conway Corporation Channel 5 Sports.
Fate had reunited twins Jay and Jim Myers, and they quickly made up for lost time. As brothers will do, they began trading tales of their greatest achievements.
Great job, team. Another record month. This is why we're the GM Giants. Yeah!
For every amazing feat Jay shared, Jim matched it with something just as extraordinary.
We have 7 models that get over 30 miles per gallon, and many are top safety picks.
Even when Jim seemingly outdid himself, he began telling another astonishing tale.
And all Kias come back with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the industry.
And before long, the brothers soon realized that they not only found their equal, but inspired a competition that had only just begun. No matter whose side you choose, the Crane team's got them. Visit Crane Buick GMC exit 127 in Conway or Crane Kia exit 129 on Amity Road in Conway.
Go, go, go. The Crane team's got 'em. CraneTeam.com.
And welcome to, John McConnell Stadium. It is Jeff Matthews and Jim Files. Glad to be home tonight in the dry comfort of the beautiful press box.
Yep.
Not that we needed it tonight. It's such a beautiful night anyway. But we're glad to be here. It is Conway versus Alma, Week 7. The Wampus Cats come into this game with a perfect record on the year, 6-0. The only 7A school that has that perfect 6-0 record. And the Alma Airedales are 3-3. They are 0-3 in conference play. And it's been a tough start for them in the 7A, 6A Central.
And it's a rough transition. They were in 5A last year. They jump up to 6A, and they put them in the 7A, 6A conference, and it has been a tough transition. It's a really good team, and it's a team that won 10 games last year, and they're used to winning. They return a lot of starters, got a really good quarterback and receivers. It's a team like Van Buren for homecoming. We don't want to take for granted that they're just going to show up here and lay down. I think this team's come to play. Conway's got to match that intensity. If they do it, it should be an easy win.
Conway ready to go. You see him there with Colin Condit getting them riled up inside that tunnel that's inflated with the smoke, and they're about to make their way onto this field. And it is good to be home. The last 2 weeks on the road, or last week on the road at Greenwood, a 42-37 victory. You mentioned this Alma school and this Alma team. Conway's never played them, but they've had a tremendous amount of success in their program's history. They've actually won 3 state titles, 2 as recently as back-to-back titles in 1997 and in 1998. All right, so the Wampus Cats are going to get the football first. Alma won the toss, and they decided to defer and give the football to the Wampus Cats. Last week, it was all Kevin Chamorro. We went into the game because of the conditions, knowing that it would be a run-heavy night, and it certainly was. Kevin Chamorro, an unbelievable performance, 29 carries, 369 yards, and 5 touchdowns against Greenwood. Tonight, I would not be surprised to see the ball in the air a little bit more, but obviously the ground game is there if you need it.
Yeah, and they will throw the ball some more, but the encouraging thing from last week, Greenwood knew we were going to run it, and they still couldn't stop it. And we mentioned it a couple times last week. They ran it to that right side. That's on the opposite side from Colton Jackson, and with same effectiveness. So Coach Ashcraft, since he's been here, he'll always take what the defense gives them. If they're playing run right, he's going to run left, and if they're playing the run completely, he's going to throw it. He'll take whatever they give him. And tonight, it could be one of those nights where we got some balance. Obviously, we got dry conditions, so great night for throwing the ball, no wind. So it looks like one of those balanced nights to me tonight.
And overall for the year, Conway is the most balanced team in the 7A, 6A Central, averaging 217 yards passing a game and 231 yards rushing each contest. Conway is going to get the ball first. DJ Johnson and Kevin Chamorro are going to be back deep to receive this opening kickoff.
DJ Johnson with a couple mistakes last week as he gets comfortable in the return game back there. He is going to be a threat.
Grant Ellis will take the short kickoff and get it to the 40-yard line, and that's where Conway will begin first and 10. First and 10 right there. You mentioned the offensive line. Colton Jackson anchors that on the left-hand side. This offensive line averaging 283 pounds. A lot of attention this week. Channel 11, Mary Dunleavy did a great story about the offensive line. I know they were mentioned in the Southwest Times the Northwest Arkansas newspaper that's out of Fort Smith, talking about this offensive line. Colton Jackson and Zach Mills on the left. Ethan Williams is the center. Blake Hood and Frank Jackson are over on the right. Braylon Smith is in at quarterback. He's thrown for 1,300 yards this year, 14 touchdowns against only 2 interceptions in 126 attempts. And we'll start on the ground with Kevin Chamorro. Kevin Chamorro to the 40. Kevin is going to show the home team in person on the first snap of the game exactly what he showed us on the road at Greenwood last week. It's a 59-yard touchdown run on the first play for Kevin Chamorro.
That guy, it's like he just got off the bus from Greenwood. He's not missing a beat. A great hole, but the rest of that was just all Kevin Chamorro. Great cut back there, broke a tackle, and a nice zigzag there to get through the secondary. And they just couldn't touch him. If they did, they couldn't hold him. Great run by Kevin Chamorro. That guy is looking spectacular.
Matt Cummins on to attempt the extra point. And we have barely started. 17 seconds in, and it's 7-0. The Wampus Cats have the lead. We'll take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corporation, Channel 5 Sports.
No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first.
Guess what, Grandma? I got the game ball.
Check this out. This is my future ride.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I got the job.
All in.
Sorry, Dad. I gotta run. One more thing, son. I'm proud of you.
Welcome back. It's Kevin Chamorro. 5 touchdowns a week ago, 369 yards, and, well, that's a good start tonight. 59 yards and 1 touchdown.
Nice field position you can see there as we start. And then Kevin Chamorro, right side again. Great hole, broke. 1 tackle, broke. Well, they didn't even, the second guy couldn't even get a hand on him. It's just amazing how big he is, how strong he is, and how fast he is. And right there you get to see some of his vision as well. Complete back. Few chances he's got to catch the ball out of the backfield. He's also been good. One of the most electrifying runs we saw was on a pass to him.
Matthew Cummins with his 35th touchback of the year on 41 kickoffs. That has been a great weapon for the Cats all year long. Again, 6-0, the only unbeaten team in Class 7A. Ranked number 1 in most polls. Couple of rankings that have a little further down the list, but that's a situation where they weight victories against conference opponents and class conference opponents, 7A versus 6A. So some different stories there. The Cats are definitely playing as good as anybody in the state, and the rankings and the polls really don't matter. It matters once you get to November and you work hard to get some home games and make your way to War Memorial Stadium, and I know that that's the goal for this team. This Alma team is normally led by Evan Burris. Evan is a senior quarterback. He started 19 straight games for this team, but he rolled his ankle late in the game last week against Bryant. For Alma, tonight's game really doesn't matter as far as the state tournament goes. Their games against 6A schools are what matters, and so he will not play tonight. Evan Burris not playing. Instead, it's Alex Bonneau, who is a great athlete, plays quarterback, receiver, defensive back, and will start at quarterback. He's number 19.
He was their Wildcat back, too, so he does have experience back there receiving the snap, but not the thrower, definitely, that Burris is.
Josh Parker, number 23, senior on the carry, picked up a yard at 2nd down and 9. Wampus Cat defense on the field for the first time tonight. Bonneau will throw. Pass is complete.
Man, what a tackle out
Jake
there.
Folkerts makes the catch, and Nick Starr makes sure that they've met. Wow, what a hit.
He just leveled him. Great read by Nick Starr. He saw what was coming.
Watch this.
That's work in the film room right there. Get through that block. Just a nice form tackle there.
Picked him up, set him down at the 19-yard line. Loss of 2. They're going to give him the 20, so 3rd down and 10. Datrion Macon, number 99, on the field. John Tiefel also getting a start tonight. A little different look along the defensive line. Good to see those guys get in the game early. There's Austin Norris, 86. Cameron Laird, Kalen Pouncey, Nick Starr, those guys. A lot of the usual suspects out there doing a great job, 3 and out, as it is 4th down. And the Alma Airedales set to punt.
Great job by that defense. Good start. We saw what happened when Van Buren got started. Don't want to see that.
The Cats have trailed in each of the last 3 games. Not trailing tonight, as one play from scrimmage resulted in a touchdown run for Kevin Chamorro. Brock Mitchell takes the punt, forced out of bounds at the 43-yard line, and the Cats will begin there 1st and 10. .9:38 to go. Offense line coming back out with Braylon Smith. Kevin Chamorro in the backfield along with Braylon.
Well, Conway, no first downs thus far, Jeff. Just one
Well, we
play,
need to work
one
on that.
touchdown. Yeah. Let's see if we can match that. Well,
Braylon's
maybe so.
pass complete to DJ Johnson. That'll move the chains. So there's the first down of the night. Ball down to the 37-yard line. That was a nice job by DJ. Stopped on a dime. Caught a pass that was a little bit low. Gathered it up. Picked up some more yardage. It's 1st and 10.
Braylon's sharp. Didn't get to throw the ball much last week. Didn't know how he was going to come out tonight. And in fact, looked a little rusty last week. Good to see that crisp throw there to DJ Johnson.
You know, just as we've had a few days to kind of process last week, still such a crazy night to sit around and wait for what was almost 2 hours. The fact that the teams had to be ready to go as soon as they said go, they had 10 minutes, and that was all the time that was allotted. And so, you know, Greenwood came out and they were ready. It took Conway a little bit longer, but they certainly got to the point where they were most comfortable on the field. Penalty against the Wampus Cats backs them up 5 yards. It's 1st and 15. Smith in the pocket, stands, throws, looks for Matthew Cummins. He saw the hit coming, made the catch, braced for it. It's 1st and 10 Wampus Cats at the 15.
Little hitch and go there. Cummins got into that zone there. Good timing by Braylon to get it to him. Safety was coming over, but it was too late.
Heath Friddle makes the hit. Not enough to jar the ball loose. The Countryside Motors instant replay. But great footwork by Braylon Smith. Keeping himself moving up on the balls of his feet. Staying on his toes. Delivers the pass. It's 1st and 10. Braylon will roll right. In trouble.
Oh, took the sack there.
Down at the 23-yard line.
Easy to say. He should have gotten rid of it, but he's pretty crafty, and he normally gets out of that and can buy himself a little more time. Got caught there.
Dylan Poor on the stop. It will be 2nd down and 18. Brock Mitchell, Matthew Cummins to the near side, DJ Johnson up top. Braylon in the pocket. He'll run with it.
Ooh.
Thrown down at the 17, maybe the 16-yard line. Close to the original line of scrimmage. It will be 3rd down.
Picked up a little bit there. Good decision there to just tuck it and run.
Be 3rd and 11 from the 16. So the Cats facing their first 3rd down of the night. 7:38 to go according to the Brooks Fine Jewelry scoreboard. And it's Conway 7, Alma nothing. 3rd down. Darrell McCoy, the H-back. The pass. Great catch by Brock Mitchell.
Unbelievable. I just saw him warming up tonight, just making one-handed catches like they were nothing. Great catch there. And a big one to get that 1st down.
Well, what a catch. Went up high, kind of behind him. Fell down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal, Wampus Cats. Here comes the Rhino. They've handed the ball off to D'Artagnan a lot out of this. Instead, Chamorro will go to the right and go into the end zone. Kevin Chamorro scores from 4 yards out. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cats are on top 13-0.
Alma had it stopped at the point of attack, but there was a cutback lane there that Chamorro found. and it was easy for him to get in the end zone. Get the replay up there, you can see it. He was stopped, and then he found that cutback lane, and it was pretty to see. Second touchdown of the night.
Matthew Cummins' extra point is good. It's 14-0. The Wampus Cats are on top. We've played 5 minutes and 1 second in tonight's game. We'll take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corporation, Channel 5 Sports.
No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first.
A, B, C. Guess what, Grandma? I got the game ball.
Check this out. This is my future ride.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I got the job. All in. Sorry, Dad. I gotta run. One more thing, son. I'm proud of you.
6:59 to go. Kevin Chamorro is adding to his touchdown total. Going into last week, he had scored 5 touchdowns in the first 5 games of the season. Since we kicked off a week ago, he has scored 7 more. Friddle will return for Alma. Mark Odom will use one of the Airedales to help bring down the runner. Heath Friddle with the return. Odom gets the tackle, and Alma will have the football 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. First time that these teams have met, we were kind of talking about that, and the fact that seems a little bit strange that two teams would at least played somewhere along the way, but Alma has always been at least a couple of steps down the ladder as far as the classifications go. They're near the bottom of the 6A now. It's actually Greenwood and then Alma are the 2 smallest schools in 6A, and I guess there's speculation that they'll fall down.
Yeah, they think they're going to go back down next year, and they probably should. That's a pretty big leap there from 5A to 7A.
Well, in the conference they were in a year ago, they played Greenbrier, so they're not unfamiliar at all to Faulkner County teams, just very much unfamiliar to the Wampus Cats. Gain out to the 30-yard line. It is 2nd down and 6.
And it's a good program, a program with a lot of pride. So it's just a very tough matchup for them.
They'll hand the ball off. That's Curtis Lloyd. Brings up 3rd down for Alma.
It's still, I think it's the best team sport there is in football, but there's still individual matchups, and in a 5A you're used to winning those matchups or at least holding your own, and then this 7A is so deep that you're not only not holding those battles, you're losing them at almost every position.
Quarterback keeps. That's Bonneau. He will cross the 35-yard line, close to a 1st down. Datrion Macon on the stop. Now give him a 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Airedales. They are led by Doug Lockridge. Lockridge is born and raised and went to school and coached in Charleston, which we drove through last week coming back from Greenwood, and had the chance 2 Decembers ago to get the job as the head coach of the Alma Airedales, and took that opportunity to leave his school, which his previous school now boasts one of the top quarterback recruits in the state, Ty Story. But he left that situation to take on a bigger job in that part of the state. They have definitely had some success. You talked about 10 wins a year ago.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a team, as I mentioned, too, they return a lot of starters, 9 of them on offense, 5 on defense. So they had big expectations this year. And then when they got ranked number 1 in 6A, they were off the charts. But they've gotten brought back down to earth real quick here with some of the 7A matchups.
4:44 to play in the 2nd quarter. Direct snap to Friddle. So he takes a snap at quarterback, runs to the left side, runs into everybody wearing blue.
Pouncey finishing him off there. Helmet comes flying.
John Tiefel had his arms around him also. Yep, Friddle will come out for a play. Then it's 3rd down and 9. Wampus Cats played a lot of unfamiliar teams the last few weeks. We're familiar with Greenwood, but just from the last few years. Van Buren we knew, but hadn't played in a while. The next 3 weeks, it's Catholic, Russellville, and Bryant.
Yeah.
3 schools that we are much more familiar with. Conway on top, 14-0. 2 touchdowns for Kevin Chamorro already tonight. That's the difference in the game. Bonneau will pass, tip. Diving interception.
Oh, he was close.
Couldn't get to it.
Missed it. And it's such a good thing to see Conway get out to a good start. I mean, going back from 2 weeks ago, this is their best start in a long time.
There was a diving interception made a week ago. J.J. Jackson in the end zone. Dove and made it. Unable to make one there, and so 4th down brings on the punting unit for Alma. Colin Condit back deep to receive the punt. End over end. Brock Mitchell over there as well. It goes out of bounds. And Conway will have good field position to begin their 3rd drive of the night. Cats, again, coming to this game, number 1 in the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette and the number 1 in the Associated Press poll. Those are overall polls. Also number 1 in Rex Nelson's Southern Fried Football blog. That's something.
I like that one.
Absolutely.
He does good with that.
Yeah, Rex is great. And then number 5 in Hooten's and number 5 in Fearless Friday overall and in the 7A. The Cats getting a lot of attention this year, rightfully so. Got a quarterback that last week took an unofficial visit to the Razorbacks. That was in the Democrat-Gazette this week. That Braylon took an unofficial visit up to the hill. Watch the Hogs play Alabama. Braylon in the pocket. Stands up and throws. He's got him. Matt Cummins. Matt trying to shake him, and he does. Little stutter step move from the senior. Down inside the 40-yard line. Curtis Lloyd makes the stop. It's 1st and 10, Wampus Cats.
And we've seen that from Matthew Cummins. Great hands, we knew that. But some of the moves and strength to break tackles, he's brought his game to a new level at the receiver position.
Well, it's a great pass. Right where it needed to be. And a good job by Matt Cummins to stay in bounds.
Boy, we knew about DJ Johnson coming into this year, but you got Matthew Cummins, Brock Mitchell, what a threesome they have there at the receiver position.
On the ground, that's Mark Odom. Mark with a run that has become very classic Mark Odom. Yep. He's just someone that when you watch him run, you wait until the whistle. You don't give up on any play when 40's got the ball.
Well, we saw that last week where the whistle came in too early, and we had guys still moving. They don't give up on our guys too soon. They keep those legs moving.
3:25 to play in the opening quarter. That's Mark Odom. Mark breaking tackles into the end zone.
Well, he knew he wouldn't have many chances with Chamorro getting the ball. You got to make the most of it there. Both of those guys taking it to the house on long runs.
33-yard touchdown run for the junior Mark Odom. The Countryside Motors replay shows it goes to the right.
Yeah.
Cuts it back. He was barely touched by anybody in white. Those guys didn't have a chance.
Broke 2 tackles there.
3:16 to play in the first quarter. All Wampus Cats at this point, and they are on top 21-0. We'll take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corporation, Channel 5 Sports.
At Legacy Fencing, our office staff and installers work hard each day to ensure that you, our customer, receive the best possible service. From the initial call you make to our office to the final step in the installation process, you'll be dealing with highly competent fencing professionals. Our ultimate goal is not just selling you a fence. We want to be the company that you return to for all your future fencing needs. We are Legacy Fencing, fencing for a lifetime.
3:16 to play. We are in the first quarter, and it is all Wampus Cats at this point. 2 touchdown runs for Kevin Chamorro, 1 for Mark Odom, and the Cats are on top 21-0.
Well, we've seen them struggle a little bit ever since they became the number 1 team. But this is what we expected. It seems like they're getting kind of comfortable with it now. And I know we're playing, probably a lesser opponent here, but they're making it look easy, and they're playing hard. I like the intensity, both sides of the ball.
And this is not a small team by any stretch of the imagination for Alma. They are good size. So the matchups on the offensive line, our offensive line versus their defensive line, it's not like we're overmatching them size-wise. There's good size on their side of the ball. And so far, it has been all Wampus Cats dominating the line of scrimmage and everything else for that matter.
Yeah.
Matt Cummins' extra point, it was good. It was his 34th straight of the year, 34 out of 34. Makes the score 21-0, and his kickoff goes into the end zone. And so Alma has it, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, trailing 21-0. You mentioned it earlier, following wins over Poto, Oklahoma, Springdale, and Harrison. Those last two games were on the road. They traveled up to Springdale and then over to Harrison. Those big victories, they were number one going into the conference season in 6A. 3:16 to go. First quarter action. Pass complete.
Ooh.
Picked him up and dropped him. Who else? Colin Condit.
Condit. Wow. He brought it there.
Watch this.
And it about got sandwiched on the backside. I didn't see who that was coming from the backside. But watch him when he has him up. Here comes it. He about got it in the back.
Yeah, that's Datrion Macon coming in.
Yeah. He got lucky. Condit got him down in time.
Noah Dotson had the reception and then took the big hit. So now for a first down, 1st and 10. They'll run to the near side. That's Parker. Crosses the 40.
Short of a first down.
Quick senior. Josh Parker stopped at the 41. It'll be 2nd and a yard to go. Some interesting games in the 7A, 6A Central tonight. There was one last night. Little Rock Catholic beat Siloam Springs at War Memorial 30-22. Russellville making the trip over to Van Buren. And then tonight it is Greenwood at Bryant. Greenwood at Bryant tonight. We'll give you an update on that score as we get it. It's going to be enough for a first down. Quarterback keep.
Good run there.
Alex Bonneau starting tonight for Evan Burris.
Starting to get a little consistency here on that Alma offense. Alma needs to put that to a stop.
Under 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Cats on top 21-0. The Airedales with their best offensive drive of the night. Good job by Bonneau to come up with that low snap. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. It's Curtis Lloyd on the carry. Hunter Scott coming up, 45. John Tiefel there as well. Datrion Macon. There along with Austin Norris. The three with their hands down tonight for the Wampus Cats. 2nd down and 9. They gave him a yard. Coming up on 1 minute to play. Getting an update on our score from Bryant. Bryant leading Greenwood with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Bryant 7, Greenwood 0. And as interesting as that game is for all of us who observe high school football, it really won't matter when it comes to winning a conference championship or comes to conference state tournament seedings. But it will give us a good idea of how good Bryant is.
Yeah. A common opponent there.
Exactly. And that game sitting out there at the end of the year, week 10, we traveled to Bryant. And as memory serves, we've traveled to Bryant at the end of some seasons before when there's been a lot on the line.
Yeah.
Could be happening again this year.
It's not ended well several times.
That's right. That read option, quarterback keeps Bonneau and did the right thing by keeping. He gets to the 41-yard line. Another first down for this Alma offense. Clock stops, and they'll start it back up again as they get the ball in place.
Well, you could tell they were a little scared, a little intimidated coming out and getting penalties and making mistakes, just being blown away. They're starting to get a little more comfort now.
And they'll let the final seconds run off the clock here, and that's about as successful a 12 minutes as you could hope for. As we go to the second quarter, the Wampus Cats lead 21-0 over the Alma Airedales. We'll take 60 seconds and come back on Conway Corporation, Channel 5 Sports. Flip ends of the field, and it is the start of the second quarter. Alma and Conway tonight. First time that these teams have ever met. We'll meet one more time next year. Travel over there, then that'll could be it for,
It could
for
be
a while.
Yeah.
Could be it. 11:45 to go, just underway. The scoreboard says 21-0. Anything stand out to you in the stats?
Yeah, just a dominating performance so far. Conway, 6 rushes, 100 yards, 4 passes, 4 for 4, 88 yards. And for Alma, 12 rushes, 47 yards, and 2 of 3 passing for 11. And average per play, Conway 18.8 per play, and Alma 3.9.
Busted play there, and Kalen Pouncey took advantage of that to drop the quarterback at the 39-yard line.
Kevin Chimura, 2 carries, 63 yards. He's averaging 31.5 yards a carry.
3rd down and 6. Yeah, Kevin's average runs the last few weeks, or last week and this week, are just ridiculous. Last week, 369 yards on 29 carries.
Yeah.
And that doubled his total yardage for the year. They'll hand off to Parker. Oh, and a good open field tackle. Kalen Pouncey stayed right where he had to and made the stop. It'll bring up 4th down.
Pouncey's just got such good range and sticking to his assignments there. Nice play there for a loss.
And so often, I think that goes against your natural reaction. As you want to go to a spot, you think you want to go where they're going to go, but that's part of a team. You talked about the team sport aspect earlier. It's your job to stay where you are because it's somebody else's job to stay where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, that's right.
And when it's all working, it's a beautiful thing to watch. 10 minutes to play in the first half. It's all Cats, 21-0. They're going to go for it on 4th and 9. Bonneau will look to pass. Rolls right. Still looking. He'll throw.
Oh, he dropped it. He had it, too. Nice throw by Bonneau.
Receiver got to the spot he needed to. Found a little hole in that zone and just waited there for it. Pass hit him in the shoulder pads and bounced to the ground, and it will be 1st and 10 Wampus Cats now as they take over on downs. Want to remind you that we still have our Spirit contest going on, and someone's going to win a $500 gift card at the end of the year. So if you're taking pictures at the games, taking pictures throughout the week of your Wampus Cat Spirit, be sure and share those with us on Facebook and Twitter. Use the hashtag 5sports, hashtag 5sports. And again, you could win. Somebody that's done this is going to win a $500 gift card just in time for the holidays.
I'm not eligible, right?
No, you're not. I don't believe you're eligible. But if you want to know all the rules, go to conwaycorp.com and you can read about those. The perfect night continues for Braylon Smith. He finds Brock Mitchell falling down at the 41-yard line. It's 1st and 10 Cats.
Yeah, that guy's been a good friend to Brock tonight. One high throw and one low throw Brock has come up with and helped him out.
9.5 minutes to play in the first half. Cats are leading 21-0. Mark Odom right behind Braylon Smith. Braylon will throw, complete. Over the 30-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Again, Brock Mitchell.
Yeah, talked about balance tonight. So far, 6 rushes, 6 passes.
Can't get much more balanced than
yeah,
6 rushes and 6 passes.
And the yardage is pretty darn equal as well.
Again, they are the most balanced team in the 7A, 6A Central. 217 a game through the air, 231 a game on the ground.
Oh, no, that is trouble.
Third interception of the year thrown by Braylon Smith, but that was a tough one. That ball hit DJ Johnson in the hands, popped up. Defensive back Thomas Hall stepped up and made the pick, and it's Alma football to 29.
It was just a tough play because it was a little behind him. That's where he messed up. But the defender hit the ball as DJ was pulling it in. He hit him on that right side, and that made that ball pop up. So a tough interception for Braylon, but a tough one for DJ to hold on as he's behind him a little bit, and that defender hit him right on the ball, I think, right when he caught that. Tough break there for Conway as they were getting that passing game going.
9 minutes to play in the first half. Alma on the field with the offense, 4 wideouts, and Bonneau looks to throw. Rolls right, Hunter Scott tracking him down. Pass is going to go over the head of all the Airedales that made the trip over here. Flag on the play. Stan Sense is our referee tonight. An eligible receiver downfield.
Well, the Conway coaches were really trying to get the officials' attention, but they caught it. Penalty they've been calling a lot this year.
Back them up 5. It's 1st and 15. Cats would love to return that turnover. And they've got 4 wideouts. Nobody back with Bonneau. They'll send the receiver in motion. Pressure from Nick Starr. Full screen pass complete. And a good stop at the 20-yard line. Kalen Pouncey got there first.
Yeah, good job by that Conway defense. Some good misdirection there by Alma. Starr over there, too. Good job by those guys.
Noah Dotson was the receiver. Loss on the play. It's 2nd and 18. One player we have not seen tonight, and we've talked about John Tiefel getting a start, and also Datrion Macon getting some time as well. We've not seen Saxon Smith tonight. Get the story on Saxon. Bonneau throwing deep.
Oh, nice play.
Cole Tollett.
Tollett getting that arm out there, knocking that ball away, getting his head back, too. Well defended. Nice throw, too.
Did a great job reading the eyes, I think, of the receiver, because you could tell he turned back just as the receiver's eyes were getting big. Ball's getting close. Turned back, knocked it away.
Condit went over there and congratulated him. That was a nice play, and it was.
3rd down and 18.
Tollett has really come on and asserted himself. Critical part of that secondary now.
I haven't mentioned J.J. Jackson and Michael Garlington yet. They are your corners up along the line of scrimmage. Timeout's going to be taken. 8 minutes exactly to play in the second quarter, and it's 21-0. The Wampus Cats have the lead. We'll take 30 seconds and come back on Common Corporation, Channel 5 Sports.
At Legacy Fencing, our office staff and installers work hard each day to ensure that you, our customer, receive the best possible service. From the initial call you make to our office to the final step in the installation process, you'll be dealing with highly competent fencing professionals. Our ultimate goal is not just selling you a fence. We want to be the company that you return to for all your future fencing needs. We are Legacy Fencing, fencing for a lifetime.
8 minutes to play in the first half. We were wondering about Saxon Smith, number 8, a deep snapper and an integral part of this team and has been for years. We see him on the sideline. He's dressed out, but it does look like he's holding his arm a little bit. And so we're not sure what the story is officially, but he's not been on the field at least the last few plays. Flag comes in on the incomplete pass. It was 3rd down and 18.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot. That Condit was the only starter we had coming back, but he was the other guy that actually started a lot. He was the second guy, and Conway's definitely counting on him a lot. May not need him in this game, especially if he's injured, though.
Holding against the Airedales.
Yep, good job by the defense.
They will definitely wave that off, and so it's 4th and 18. So, yeah, turnover, interception that popped up and was picked off, and a nice job by the Wampus Cat defense to get the football back. Should get really good field position. Brock Mitchell and Colin Condit stand at their own 46-yard line awaiting the punt. Fair catch called for. Colin makes it at the 47-yard line. It was maybe a little more exciting than he'd hoped. It's 1st and 10 Wampus Cats. They're at the 48.
Didn't lose it. That's the main thing.
That's right.
In the second period, Bryant 7, Greenwood 0.
Second quarter score from Bryant. The Bryan Hornets lead the Greenwood Bulldogs 7-0. You know, it's been a long time since Greenwood has lost 2 games in a row. In fact, that was the last time when they had that 50-game winning streak. It was 2 losses, then they won 50 straight.
Yeah.
So it's been a while, and they're trailing tonight 7-0 following the loss last week to the Wampus Cats.
Do you go deep here? They may take a shot. They may take a shot here. Yep.
Complete to DJ Johnson. He's going to cut it back upfield, look for a block.
Oh, he almost got it. Ended up losing some yards there.
Yeah,
he lost his first down.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Back at the 44-yard line.
Boy, and it looked like it might get set up. He was looking for that block to free him, but it just didn't quite work out. Timing was a little off.
And he was kind of directing traffic over there.
And he definitely lost his first down with that. But still, nice throw and catch there. Can't fault DJ for trying to make the big play there. And it was one block away from being a touchdown.
7:09, handoff to D'Artagnan Thompson. D'Artagnan, who we've seen some great flashes from him.
Yeah.
Mainly out of the Rhino whenever Kevin Chamorro has handed the ball off to him. Well, D'Artagnan with a great run gets the first down.
Yeah, he's earned it too. You talked about those runs out of the Wildcat and some of the catches he's had too. You could just see the explosiveness that he has. Got to get that guy the ball some.
Three rushing attempts coming into tonight's game. 36 yards for Thompson. Nice run there. Another pass complete.
Well,
look at that
moving.
pile. My goodness, to the 30-yard line. Looked like
it.
a rugby scrum. We'll put him down at the 31 officially. It's second down.
Frank Jackson getting in there, pushing that pile. I love it.
Big Frank Jackson, 6 foot, 295-pound senior right tackle. Number 53 that you see there.
Brock Mitchell in there. They were all driving.
Second down and 3. Gain of 7 on the play. On the ground to Thompson. D'Artagnan stopped at the 30.
That was a good stop there. He only got a yard. Alma defense getting a little stiffer there.
3rd and 2.
Wildcat coming in.
1 yard gain to the 30. 3rd down 2.
They'll run the Rhino, sending Braylon Smith all the way to the right. He'll line up in what would be a wide receiver position. Kevin will take the direct snap and run along the right side and get into the end zone. Kevin Chamorro.
We hadn't seen a lot of touchdowns from that far out of the Rhino, but that's great to see. That great blocking up front. They knew what was coming. Conway just matched it up, block for block there, and created a great hole for him.
The Countryside Motors replay, you watch it again and again, Jim. It's along the right side, like you mentioned. It's been so successful. That's 8 touchdowns in the last game and a half for Kevin Chamorro. Matt Cummins' extra point is good, and the Wampus Cats take a 28-0 lead. 5:29 to play in the first half. Let's take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corporation, Channel 5 Sports.
It's fall, and that means football games and camping, and you need an SUV. At Crane Key of Conway, shop a huge selection of Sorrento, Sportages, and Souls. New Souls start for just $199 a month, Sportages just $279 a month, and buy new 2015 Kia Sorrentos with a 5-star safety rating and loaded with the latest technology, just $299 a month with 0 down. Every new Kia comes back with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and the Crane commitment. So come see us at the all-new Crane Key of Conway, Amity Road off Dave Ward exit.
5:29 to play in the first half. It is Conway 28 and Alma 0. Kevin Chamorro 3 more touchdowns tonight, coming off a week where he scored 5. And it's all Cats.
Yeah. He's just dominating performance. That guy is playing as good as anybody in the state right now. We did get confirmation about Saxon Smith. It is his shoulder. You can see him holding it gingerly.
Yeah.
He's still dressed out, though, ready to play if he needs to.
Doesn't that say a lot about him?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't know many would have even bothered to get dressed out if they knew they weren't going to play. Looks like he'll be back next week, though.
Great leader for this team, Saxon Smith. And it is all Cats, 28-0. Cats and dogs tonight. Airedales.
Yeah, that's right.
Dogs. And so far the Cats are winning. Speaking of, dogs and pests, hornets, I guess are pests, best way you can describe them.
Yep. All right,
they're tied now. They're tied in Bryant, 7-7. 28-0 here. Alex Bonneau, the backup quarterback for the Alma Airedales, getting the start tonight and has run into a defense that is playing a great game. Austin Norris, D'Artagnan, or Datron Macon on the stop, number 99. Second down and 10. Again, their quarterback, Evan Burris, started 19 straight games, was an all-state performer a year ago. Last week at Bryant, he rolled his ankle, rolled it to the point that they didn't really want to risk him playing tonight. The game against Russellville next week is a much bigger game for them in the whole scheme of things. And so he is on the sideline tonight, not being subjected to this defense that is playing a really great game. Third down and 2. Quarterback keep. He'll cross the 30-yard line, and that will be enough for a first down. So Nick Starr didn't think it was enough, but I think it is going to be.
Yeah, he did his best.
Wishful thinking. Yep, just a length of the ball over the 30-yard line. So it is first and 10 for the Wampus Cats. You know, this season, it seemed like it's gone by quickly. We're in week 7 already, and next week is the final regular season home game. If you want to see your Wampus Cats in person prior to the state tournament, we're going to have at least one home game here, hopefully a couple. It's next week. It's senior night, next week against Catholic. Handoff, running behind the center. That's Lloyd. Going to be stopped for no gain. It's second down and 10.
Starr hitting him in the backfield. Bobby Miller. Good stop for no gain.
Bobby Miller's had some really nice games this year. He's backed up Daniel Nyberg for the most part. And Nyberg, another player that we haven't seen tonight.
Yeah, it's just amazing. You know, coming in the year, we didn't know what to expect out of this defense. A bunch of guys that getting a start for the first time, varsity level. And now we can see we don't only have good starters, we've got good backups too, and they've got some depth there. It has been great to watch them develop.
Yeah, the defense will not be a question mark next year. When you look at all the preseason publications and the speculation that happens, and really nobody knows, they just do the best they can with the summer information they have. It will not be the case with this defense. There is going to be a lot of experience coming back, and some guys that are ready to step up that have got some time in the from the second team. Third down and 7, 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. All Cats, 28-0. Bonneau's pass is complete, and a big hit by Colin Condit almost pushed him back behind the first down markers, but catch is going to be made by Thomas Hall. And he will be dropped at the 42-yard line, and that is enough for the first down, so they'll move the chains. First and 10.
Condit had him in coverage going across the field and was with him. It was a really nice throw where it was in front of the receiver. It didn't give Condit a chance until after he caught it. Tried to knock it loose.
Bonneau will pass.
Yep.
Complete. Tackle made by Cole Tallett. You know, in this Alma team, you look back at their scores, they won their first 3 games big. That's what got them ranked number 1 in the state in the 6A. But then their losses, they lost to Catholic by a point, 7-6. They lost to Siloam Springs by 3 in overtime, and it was a pass that was intercepted in the end zone.
Yep.
That was the difference there. And then to Bryant, they lost on the road at Bryant, and we know that's not an easy place to play, 24-14 last week after losing their starting quarterback. So to see a 28-0 lead and to think, well, this is just a team that's completely overmatched, they're a pretty salty little bunch. And so this is a very impressive first half. You see another close to a first down there. They're moving the ball.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you can say it's a lesser opponent, but really Conway is playing great, and they're playing great on both sides right now.
Second down and short. There's 80 seconds to go in the first half. Low snap and a good job by Bonneau to fall on it and not have a turnover. It'll be third down. Now back at the 37-yard line. Timeout's going to be called. We'll take it with the teams on the field. 1:09 to go in the first half. Cats up big, 28-0. We'll take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corporation, Channel 5 Sports.
No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first.
A, B, C. Guess what, Grandma? I got the game ball.
Check this out. This is my future ride.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I got the job. All in. Sorry, Dad. I gotta run.
One more thing, son. I'm proud of you.
1:09 to play in the first half. All Cats at this point, 28-0. I want to remind you again about the contest we have going on, the Wampus Cat Spirit Contest. Send us those pictures. You're taking pictures at the games. You're taking pictures throughout the week. Saw a ton of pictures from Greenwood. I think everybody that was at the Greenwood game were taking pictures last week.
Yeah, I love it.
And sharing those. Be sure you put them on our Facebook page or send them to us on Twitter, #5Sports. Someone's going to win a $500 gift card from Conway Corporation by sharing that Wampus Cat spirit that we love so much. It's the reason that we do these games every Friday night and a half for 14 years. Want to see the complete rules? You can check those out at conwaycorp.com.
Balls loose.
Turnover? Sure is.
Yep.
Turnover. The Wampus Cats now with 1:01 to go are going to have a chance to get to that magical 35-point mark. And if they do, that will invoke the AAA sportsmanship rules, and the clock will run the entire second half. So 28-0, the Cats have a chance here.
Yeah, definitely what they would love to do is have that 35-point lead going into half.
We mentioned Daniel Nyberg not playing earlier. I see him now. He's come out of the pack. He's on crutches with a walking boot, a walking cast on his left ankle. So Nyberg, starting nose guard for this team, he's banged up. Offense on the field now. That's DJ Johnson. Nice catch, nice move, out of bounds. It'll stop the clock with 56 seconds to go.
And that's good to see from DJ. Sometimes he tries a little bit too hard to do too much, and just playing within himself there. Such a dynamic player, so always a threat to take it.
Braylon, a lot of room? No, he'll stop and throw. He was juiced up there, wasn't he? He saw where he couldn't go past. He knew where the line of scrimmage was, stopped and planted that foot and unloaded.
Well, I think it was a little miscommunication with him and Matt Cummins. He wanted Cummins to go towards the end zone to cut it up, and he didn't. That's where he threw it, though, and it would have been perfect if he would have cut it up.
He stopped and threw that ball about 35 yards, and it was a rope.
It was a rope, you're right. Yep. Strong arm, strong throw.
2nd down and 10. Back to the air. Looking to the sideline.
Ooh.
Off the fingertips of Matthew Cummins. 3rd down and 10.
Breland has some pressure coming. Got rid of that just in time. Little too much mustard on that one.
All right, so 3rd down and 10. Trips to the far side. Cummins, Mitchell, and Johnson.
Normally you'd look to the air, but how about the big play threat behind you there, Chamurro?
It is hard to ignore that, right?
He's averaging 31 yards a touch.
They'll give it to him. Kevin, stutter step and dropped at the 49-yard line.
Well, good idea. Good stop by Alma.
4th down and 6. 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And do they go for it here? Yeah. Okay, they're going to let the clock run out now. And, yeah, they can let it go all the way to half at this point. Or get a timeout and a Hail Mary. I don't know. Let's see what we do here.
Down to 10 seconds. They're in no hurry, that's for sure. Now they do look like they want to be in a hurry. Yeah. Braylon, look back at the clock. There's only one scoreboard clock here, and it's behind them. They're going to look to the end zone. Braylon unloads. Looking for DJ Johnson. Ball's incomplete, and that's going to do it. A great first half for the Wampus Cats. Conway 28, Alma 0 as we go to the half. The Crane Kia halftime show is coming up. We'll have the Wampus Cat Marching Band performance for you at halftime. That's on the way in just a few moments. Then we'll have the first half stats and the third quarter for you from John McConnell Stadium. The Crane Kia halftime show is next. Cats on top 28-0 It's Conway Corporation, Channel 5 Sports. Hi, I'm Jeff Matthews, Wampus Cat Sports on Conway Corporation, Channel 5. I'm joined by Jay Myers. We're in the parking lot at the beautiful new Crane Kia dealership. And Jay, we're really excited to have you guys on board.
We're excited. This is our first year to do it, and we couldn't be more excited about it. We love Conway. We love Wampus Cat football. It's going to be fun.
Let's talk about this beautiful new dealership. We all saw it rise up out of the ashes here on I-40. It's beautiful.
It didn't get built quick enough, but it is. It is a beautiful new facility, state of the art. We encourage everybody to come out and see it. We've got some great products, great specials, great deals, which I'll talk about here in a second, but you got to come see just the facility itself. It is absolutely top-notch.
Tons of cars on the lot and inside. It's beautiful. You got lots of room for people to sit, have a cup of coffee while they wait, whether it's for service or to buy a car, and a lot of folks in there selling cars.
We've got a great staff here that we developed in a short period of time. They got lots of experience. The dealership is really designed for the customer. And the Kia product line, man, it is absolutely amazing. They're all top safety picks. 7 models get over 30 miles per gallon. Great prices, the best Kia prices in the state. So we encourage you to come out and check them out, and you will be impressed.
Easy to find it right off exit 129 here off of I-40. We're going to have a lot of fun letting you see what Crane Kia is all about with Wampus Cat Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your continued halftime entertainment, we proudly present the Conway Wampus Cat Marching Band.
Hi, I'm Jeff Matthews, Wampus Cat Sports on Conway Corporation Channel 5. I'm joined by Jay Myers. We're in the parking lot at the beautiful new Crane Kia dealership. And Jay, we're really excited to have you guys on board.
We're excited. This is our first year to do it, and we couldn't be more excited about it. We love Conway. We love Wampus Cat football. It's going to be fun.
Let's talk about this beautiful new dealership. We all saw it rise up out of the ashes here on I-40. It's beautiful.
It didn't get built quick enough, but it is. It is a beautiful new facility, state-of-the-art. We encourage everybody to come out and see it. We've got some great products, great specials, great deals, which I'll talk about here in a second, but you got to come see just the facility itself. It is absolutely top-notch.
Tons of cars on the lot and inside. It's beautiful. You got lots of room for people to sit, have a cup of coffee while they wait, whether it's for service or to buy a car, and a lot of folks in there selling cars.
We've got a great staff here that we developed in a short period of time. They got lots of experience. The dealership is really designed for the customer. And the Kia product line, man, it is absolutely amazing. They're all top safety picks. 7 models get over 30 miles per gallon. Great prices, the best Kia prices in the state. So we encourage you to come out and check them out, and you will be impressed.
Easy to find it right off exit 129 here off of I-40. We're going to have a lot of fun letting you see what Crane Kia is all about with Wampus Cat Sports.
Hey, Chris Bryan out here again with the 2015 Soul at Crane Kia of Conway. The Soul's got some amazing styling. It's really aggressive looking, fun for the kids. And also, you've got 2 engine choices on it. You've got a 1.6 liter and a 2.4 liter engine, coupled with standard Bluetooth and America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. You can't go wrong. So come out and see us at Crane Kia of Conway.
$28-0 at halftime. The Crane Kia halftime show continues. I'm Jeff Matthews. Jim Files next to me. Stats Scott Taylor putting together all the numbers. Levi Gilbert is our on-site producer tonight and handling everything that's going on behind the scenes. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. There's a lot going on in front of us, Jim.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is.
28-0. Wampus Cats on top. It was a great performance in the first half. If memory serves, no punts. And the 1 interception, and then the half ended.
Right.
Other than that, it was 4 touchdowns.
That's right. And after a couple of weeks of slow starts for Conway, they are extremely focused tonight. See how they come out here in the second half. But a very impressive start for them. And we mentioned Alma's a pretty good team.
Yeah.
It was a team that was ranked number 1 in 6A before earlier in the season. So we're making them look really bad tonight, playing really good. And 1 touchdown away from Mercy Rule. Conway dominating with 287 yards of offense in that first half. Alma with 103. And Kevin Chimura, your leading rusher, as usual, 4 attempts and 97 yards. He's almost at 100 with less than 5 carries. 3 touchdowns for him, averaging 24 yards a carry. Mark Odom, 2 carries, 38 yards, and a touchdown. Only averaging 19 yards a carry. So, Mark, hopefully we'll have a better second half. And D'Artagnan Thompson continues his spark that he's added to this offense. 2 carries, 7 yards, averaging 3.5 yards a carry. And Braylon Smith, nice first half except for 1 throw, 9 of 13, 146 yards. And that 1 bad throw was an interception. And not entirely his fault, just a little behind DJ. And the defender, I think, just timed that well, hit the ball, popped up, and just a bad bounce there for them. And for Alma, Alex Beno, 12 carries, 32 yards, their leading rusher, and also their quarterback. So he has 5 of 9 on passing, 34 yards through the air for him. And also, I mean, you got to talk about the defense a whole lot, too, for Conway. They played a great first half, especially right out of the gate there. I mean, Alma did not have an answer for them. They did have some success there in the second period, but Conway bent, but didn't break at all in that first half.
Cats on top, 28-0, and Matt Cummins will kick off. Alma actually won the opening toss and decided to defer. Conway scored on their first time they snapped the ball, one of the 3 Kevin Chamorro touchdowns in the first half. And now Alma will begin 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. They will come out and try to get in the end zone. I'd say try to move the ball, but they did. I mean, there were times that they
did.
picked up some first downs and had some drives of some length, but unable to get in the end zone.
Alma with 7 first downs in that first half. Conway with 11. Of course, they were getting a touchdown on just about every carry. So, but there was definitely some movement there in the second half for Alma. But no, as you mentioned, what is their backup quarterback? But he took a lot of snaps. He was their Wildcat quarterback last year, so not unfamiliar with the position. And a nice hole there.
Yeah, right up the middle. That's Curtis Lloyd. Like so many players on this team, and same story with Greenwood and Siloam Springs a couple of weeks back. You see these rosters, and it's a running back / cornerback or a wide receiver / linebacker. And that's such a part of the schools that are a little bit smaller, and you look at the attendance, the enrollment for these schools, and it's a drastic difference at the top of the 7A versus the bottom of the 6A, and that's where these two programs are. Bonneau will move to the right and run into a whole pile of players wearing both uniforms, and it will be second down.
And this is a prideful Alma team, so you don't expect them to lay down. They're going to come out and fight here. You can see it on this first two.
They won 3 state championships, 1980, and then back-to-back state championships in 97 and 98. So a culture of winning is definitely there. They've got great facilities. We had a chance to see their basketball arena a couple of years ago, and we'll see their football stadium next year. They take a lot of pride in their athletics there, and rightfully so.
Oh, there's a flag coming in.
Comes in following the handoff to Curtis Lloyd.
Couldn't see from this angle. We're kind of shielded from it. I don't know if that was a hold or they're looking over on the Conway sideline. So Nick Starr, nice to pick up the flag for the official.
That was
hand it to him.
Very nice. Good manners.
Want that guy on your side.
Stan Sense is the referee. Wearing the white hat. They'll get him his flag back as he threw it from behind the quarterback. Second down and 13 for the Airedales. Conway 6-0 coming into this game, 3-0 in conference play, the only unbeaten team left in 7A. Bonneau, pressured, he will throw.
Gets a hit there, too. On the sideline, there's Nick Starr comes in and levels him.
Third down and 13. Cats on defense have pitched a shutout to this point. Last week they gave up those 14 points early, then gave up some points late.
Yeah.
But really in the critical time, in the middle part of that game, they played so well against that Greenwood squad on the road.
Sure did shut them out in that third period.
Pass is high. I'm sorry. It was high for the first receiver.
And I think that was where he was going, yeah.
The receiver, Jake Folkerts, who was about 10 yards beyond, who I thought was the intended receiver, and Jim, I think you did too.
Yeah.
Tyler Blocker was the intended receiver up front. Sailed on him, but Folkerts unable to bring the ball in. So it's fourth down. 4th and 13 with 10.5 minutes to play in the third quarter, and the Wampus Cats look like they're going to get the ball back.
A couple of good plays for Alma right out of the gate there. Got a first down, but then they were shut down. Good job of that Conway defense. Nobody rushing the punter there. He could have ran for a lot of yards.
Line drive punt that goes out of bounds, and the Wampus Cats will have it 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Braylon Smith, talented quarterback for these Wampus Cats. 76 out of 126 for 1,300 yards coming into this game. 14 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions. He has thrown another interception tonight. All the touchdowns tonight have been on the ground.
Yeah. But the passing game looks crisp. It looks real good. That was just kind of a fluky play there with DJ and that ball popping up. And that guy's looking pretty good, too.
Kevin Chamorro. Chaco to midfield. Another big run for the senior, Kevin Chamorro.
He is just a beast running that ball.
Story this week in the Democrat Gazette talked about how he was getting some attention from Arkansas State, and it's that level and higher that needs to be looking at Kevin Chamorro. He is that type of back, and we've seen a bunch of them. Obviously, we've seen one come through here that played in the SEC and still in the National Football League, and Peyton Hillis We've seen him on the other side of the ball, and Kevin's as good a running back as any we've seen over these 14 years of watching the Wampus Cats. And I'm glad to hear he's getting some looks by some schools and Sun Belt level schools. That's a good level of football.
Yeah, Kevin over 100 yards tonight, 5 carries now. Well, make that 6 for 125.
Back at him, Kevin Chamorro. Good little stutter step move. Takes a big hit down at the 21-yard line.
Just an average night for Kevin Chamorro coming in here and producing behind that big offensive line. Working well. Look at the hole there. Nice lead block. Linebacker, you just step on him and keep going.
A good job to hold on to the football. That was a hit that don't know that he necessarily knew was on the way. It was an interesting week in the newspaper, not only the information about Kevin that we mentioned, but also information about that guy in the newspaper this week, too. A Sunday's paper that listed the unofficial visits that were taken by Razorback, by recruits, taking the trips to Arkansas. Ty Story was listed, that quarterback from Charleston that we talked about. Datrion Dean from Fort Smith Northside, who we saw play a year ago. And also Braylon Smith. Braylon, first time I'd seen him listed as a Razorback recruit, taking an unofficial visit last week during the game against Alabama.
I think they're smart to look at him.
Absolutely.
This guy has continued to get better and better.
Mark Odom, he'll get the carry over the 20. It'll be 3rd down.
Pretty darn good as a sophomore.
Good size, 6'2", pushing 6'3", 180.
He looks 6'3" to me.
Absolutely.
You standing in front of him, he looks about 6'3". That's sometimes it's misleading. Sometimes they'll put something that's a little taller, especially for quarterbacks. But if he's not 6'3", he's close.
D'Artagnan Thompson in the game, set up with Mark Odom in the backfield. Look at that. I formation. Got a fullback set up right in front of Mark. Braylon Smith will roll and throw. That's Thompson.
Yep.
Man, he puts that shoulder down, knocks over Tyler Blocker, and it's 1st and goal, Wampus Cats.
That guy, and he just doesn't drop the ball. He's so reliable. Doesn't fumble, doesn't drop. And just a good runner, hard runner too. Watch him lower his shoulder there, running over the defensive back.
Countryside Motors replay showing D'Artagnan Thompson. Here comes the Rhino. That's Kevin Chamorro. He'll take the direct snap. Darrell McCoy is the H-back. D'Artagnan Thompson next to Chaco. Mitchell in motion. Kevin. Still no whistle. Kevin Chamorro.
Oh, my goodness. He almost made a highlight play there.
No Airedales get the stop, but the turf at about the 6 will. He is sick about that.
How do you get out of that pile and then fall down? Yeah, he got his balance was a little off there, and he just fell down.
You saw Frank Jackson put his arm on his shoulder and just kind of hit him like, it's all right. Get him this time.
It's all right. He has done awesome.
2nd down and goal. They'll hand off this time. That's Brock Mitchell. Brock reaches over, loses the football.
They're going to call that a touchback.
They sure are. So they are not going to give Conway the touchdown. Mitchell reached over the goal line. It was a great job by our camera crew. You can see it play out right in front of you. Unfortunately, you'll see it on the replay here where Mitchell, he'll put the ball in his left hand. He'll reach across, but he lost it before he got to the goal line. That's a good call.
Yeah.
And so that close to a running clock for the rest of the game.
And you'll see that a lot of the offensive guys. You get close to that goal line, and it just has to break the plane, so you're going to reach out. He just never had that ball. And as soon as he tries to reach out, it's coming out.
2nd turnover of the night for the Wampus Cats.
Yeah, that's the one bad thing on tonight. Yeah, the interception and then that turnover. That one right at the goal line.
Bonneau.
Looked like a Arkansas play from last week.
Michael Garlington gets the stop.
Boy, and that's just tough. I mean, that takes a lot out of you, the whole team. I mean, you're inches away from a touchdown there.
Braden Harris on the carry. It's 2nd down and 7. 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Brooks Fine Jewelry scoreboard showing you they're 28-0. Cats on top. Bonneau will keep and run into the Wampus Cats that are there. That's Austin Norris, Hunter Scott. 3rd down. Yeah, that was 2 plays between Chaco's getting tripped up and Brock losing the ball as it's crossing the goal line. Easily could have scored on either of those.
And neither one of them caused by Alma.
That's right.
Chimura, I mean, he could have pretty much walked in the end zone if he didn't just fall down. And Brock right at the goal line. If he just hold on, Conway's got 2 more downs there.
Incomplete pass. Lots of pressure that was coming in from the Wampus Cats and causes the quick pass that does fall incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Great job by the defense. You switched the momentum right there. Alma had new life, and they just took it away from them.
Van Buren leads Russellville 17-7 at the half. That game and the Bryant-Greenwood game, the other 2 games going on tonight, the 7A, 6A Central. They're at the half in Bryant, and that game is tied at 7. Catholic knocked off Siloam Springs last night. Thursday night game at War Memorial, since the Hogs are there tomorrow. They give an extra day to get the stadium ready to go before the 55,000 plus show up to watch the Hogs take on Georgia. 28-0. The Wampus Cats are on top with 5:37 to play. Cats will have it at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10. Braylon Smith will come on.
Still trying to get that mercy rule in effect here. They've had a couple shots at it.
Update from Bryant. Greenwood has taken the lead 14-7 with 7.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. So Greenwood on top. On the ground, that's Mark Odom. Mark never really got started.
Yeah, too much hesitation there.
Jacob Brown is in the game, number 77.
Yeah, you don't want that guy going backwards, and that's what happened. You get Mark Odom going backwards, you got a chance to stop him.
Second and 10. Braylon Smith. Pass is complete to Matt Cummins. Matthew to the 30-yard line. Move the chains.
Yeah, that's a great run after the catch there. Brock Mitchell coming over, giving a good block. Nice job. Make that catch first and then run as much as you can.
DJ Johnson will come to the near side. Ball is on the right hash. There's more open field to the left, and that's where they'll send Brock Mitchell and Matt Cummins. Braylon Smith will look that way. Quick pass again to Matthew Cummins. Driven back by 4 Airedales. 2nd down.
That forward progress is going to get him a yard or 2 away from the first down. Same play, different side. Get Matthew Cummins out there.
The coverage is over here on DJ Johnson. DJ matched up with Tyler McCarr. McCarr, 5'8", 162-pounder. They do have the safety that's kind of creeping over a little bit on that side, too. They'll look that way. DJ. He'll be dropped at the 22-yard line. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, it's that hesitation. You can't give that defense time to get to you.
Alex Key on the stop.
First move doesn't work. You got to get going.
Ball to 22. It's 3rd down. Clock moving. 3 minutes and 45 seconds to play in the third quarter. Cats are up 28-0. Looking to tack on a few more. 7 more to be exact, to put the sportsmanship rule, the mercy rule, if you will, into effect. And it can happen right here. Mark Odom into the end zone.
No fumble.
22-yard touchdown run by Mark Odom. And the Wampus Cats are an extra point away from being up 35-0.
Just a great job by Mark Odom. Patience. He gets the good lead block here. Going to the inside. That patience pays off well there. And then just the speed, the surprising speed he has in Chimura when they get into open field. Matt
Cummins to attempt an important extra point. It is up, and it is good, and the Cats extend their lead to 35-0. And that lead will put the AAA sportsmanship rule into effect. So when we come back, y'all buckle up. It's going to go quick. 3:26 to play in the third. The Cats looking to stay unbeaten. 30 seconds, and we're back on Conway Corporation, Channel 5 Sports.
It's fall, and that means football games and camping, and you need an SUV. At Crane Kia of Conway, shop a huge selection of Sorrento, Sportages, and Souls. New Souls start for just $199 a month, Sportages just $279 a month, and buy new 2015 Kia Sorrentos with a 5-star safety rating and loaded with the latest technology, just $299 a month with 0 down. Every new Kia comes back with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and the Crane commitment. So come see us at the all-new Crane Kia of Conway, Amity Road off Dave Ward exit.
Williams.
3:26 to play in the third quarter. Cats are on top 35-0. It has been on the ground as far as the touchdowns go tonight. 3 more for Kevin Chamorro. 2 more for Mark Odom. Say 2 more. Mark's already scored 5 himself this year. 7 touchdowns on the ground for Mark Odom. 13 now on the season for Kevin Chamorro.
218 yards on the ground tonight for Conway.
Almost 500 a week ago. We had some issues. If you watch the broadcast, then you know it looked a little bit different than what we normally do. We had one camera and no graphics, and because of the monsoon that was blowing through, at one point we ended up having to shut down the laptop that has our stats on it, so we did not have the exact numbers as the game came to an end. And so you had a chance throughout the week to finally look at those numbers, and you realize almost 500 yards on the ground, 390 or 369 for Kevin Chamorro alone.
Yeah.
Just an amazing night of grinding it out. And you said it earlier, Jim, when we were doing a little bit of our pregame show. Greenwood knew exactly what Conway was going to do.
Yeah,
there wasn't a surprise that they lined up and ran it at him, and they couldn't stop him.
Yeah, they could not. It was a fun night to watch.
Direct snap to Noah Dotson, running the Wildcat.
Tollett with a nice open field tackle there.
And he's really solidified himself in that other safety spot.
Yep, he is doing a great job over there.
2 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. Cats are up 35-0. Matt Cummins still perfect on extra points this year. Nice run to the 37-yard line. That's plenty for a first down. So it's 1st and 10. Dotson on the carry. You can tell from the looks of that picture right there, that's a bunch of big guys there in white. They're big on the offensive line. That was something that Coach Ashcraft mentioned to me yesterday when we had a chance to visit with him during the Crane Kia pregame show. The coaches showed that that was the one thing that really jumped out at them when they look at the film of this Airedale team, is they're big up front. Flag comes in. And where they threw the flag, those two are still going at it. Datrion Macon mixed up with one of those big offensive linemen. It will be a hold.
Yeah. Macon was the one being held there, I think.
Wampus Cats with a couple of turnovers tonight. They've had the one interception, the one fumble, and they've also just had one penalty so far.
Wow.
It's one penalty for 5 yards. Just about, it has been as complete a game as they've played, and it's just really a few plays away from being a perfect game.
Yeah, you're right. It has been that type of game. And just from the opening kickoff, I mean, these Wampus Cats came with an intensity we haven't seen this year, not from the start. We've seen some second halves where they came out with a lot of intensity.
Bedeau knocked down at the 30-yard line.
Condit.
Colin Condit, great job by Colin.
Took his legs out.
Donald Joshua, number 44, checked in. He's back out now. Kawan Green, number 97. Nick Fletcher, number 22, checks in. Try to get you some of these guys as they make their way on the field. There's Jake Mathis, number 55. Jorge Maldonado. There was a funny scene. It was unintentionally funny, but funny nonetheless. When the captains came out tonight, 2 of the captains were Jorge Maldonado, all 5'5", 141 pounds of him, standing next to Colton Jackson, all 6'6", 304 pounds of him.
Yeah.
As they stood next to each other, 2 of the 4 captains for tonight's game. Timeout on the field, 25.7 seconds to play in the third quarter. Cats are up 35-0. We'll take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corporation, Channel 5 Sports.
No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first.
A, B, C. Guess what, Grandma? I got the game ball.
Check this out. This is my future ride.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I got the job.
All in.
Sorry, Dad. I gotta run. One more thing, son. I'm proud of you.
25.7 seconds to go in this third quarter. The Cats are up 35-0. Conway next week back home. Next week, kind of hard to believe, but next week is the final regular season home game. It's senior night next week against Little Rock Catholic. The Rockets come to town, and then we'll finish out on the road. Halloween night at Russellville. There have been rumors of us dressing up.
Really?
You're not a big dresser-upper, right?
No, not really.
Yeah, me either. So that may not happen.
Too much time there. Good job. Defensive line got to him. Good coverage in the secondary.
There's Kawan Green, Datrion Macon, John Tiefel. Good job by those guys. So that's Halloween night at Russellville, and then we'll wrap the season up. You know, for as long as we've done the Cats games, we've ended the season on a Thursday night against Little Rock Catholic.
Yeah.
It's either been at War Memorial or been here. Well, now this year we'll actually end on a Friday night at Bryant. And at this rate, that will be for the at least for a higher seed in the conference standings for sure. Obviously, the way the AAA has things set up, it's a little confusing, but still, that'll be a big game in Week 10. All right, we've found the end of the third quarter, and the Cats are up 35-0. We'll take 60 seconds and come back with the fourth quarter next on Conway Corporation, Channel 5 Sports.
Fate had reunited twins Jay and Jim Myers. They began trading tales of their greatest achievements.
Another record month. That's why we're the GM Giant.
For every amazing feat Jay shared, Jim matched it with something just as extraordinary.
We have 7 models that get over 30 miles per gallon, and many are top safety picks.
The brothers soon realized they'd inspired a competition that had only just begun. No matter whose side you choose, the Crane team's got them. Visit Crane Buick, GMC, or Crane Kia in Conway.
As we come back to begin the fourth quarter, 3rd down and 22. Flag comes in as there was a long pass intended for number 1, Heath Friddle. And there in coverage was number 3, Cole Henderson. Henderson, the senior, was going back to get the interception. Flag came in. We'll see what Stan Sense says that it is. He's the referee tonight. Clock running here in the fourth quarter, so even with the pass interference call,
Offense, yeah.
they are going to call it against the offense. So still just 1 penalty against the Wampus Cats tonight. So the penalty goes against Alma, and they'll be forced to punt as it is 4th down. 11-11 to go.
As a defensive guy, it's good to see that get called, because a lot of times they will look for a reason to throw that against the defender. Great position there, no reason to throw the flag against him and reward him for putting himself in good position.
Line drive punt. Well, the way that punter drops the ball before he kicks it, it spins in such a way that I bet you when an inexperienced punt returner could have that bounce off. It doesn't take an arc. It's more of a line drive. Brock Mitchell, a nice job bringing that in.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, and he's done a great job tonight, because several of those have been tough, and there's been a defender in his face as he's catching it too.
As you've taken pictures at the game tonight or even throughout the week, be sure and share those with us. #5Sports on Facebook or on Twitter. And Conway Corporation is going to hook somebody up with a $500 gift card just for showing us your Wampus Cat spirit as we celebrate our 14th season doing the Cats games here on Conway Corporation Channel 5. Be sure and share those with us throughout the week on Facebook or on Twitter using the #5Sports. The entire rules can be found at conwaycorp.com for that contest. D'Artagnan Thompson in the game, getting some more carries. Carries out to the 47-yard line. 2nd down and 3. Low snap. Thompson gets tripped up. Loss on the play. It'll be 3rd down.
Not much of a chance for him to get going on that one.
Thomas Hall with the stop. Just under a minute to play in the 3rd quarter in Bryant, and the Hornets have tied it. Greenwood and Bryant tied at 14. Again, that's a big game for the Wampus Cats, especially in just looking to see a common opponent, a good common opponent, of course. But it will not affect what happens come state tournament time. But it will certainly give us a lot to look at when we start preparing for Week 10. Ball came loose. It looked like he was down, and they are going to say that he was down, moved the chains, enough for first.
Another good run there. Got to hold on to that ball, though.
D'Artagnan Thompson, the 5'10", 185-pound junior, getting some nice yards tonight. Saw a family member of his downstairs as we were getting ready for the game. I'm not sure who that family member was. I know it was a gentleman who looked like he played some football in his day. Good size, wearing Thompson 31 T-shirt.
Not going down as he's driven out of bounds there.
D'Artagnan Thompson, 2nd down. Clock is running, 8.5 minutes to go. It'll take about that long for this game to end, and the Cats will remain perfect on the season. They are 6-0 regular season, 3-0 in conference. And after tonight, they will remain the only perfect team in the 7A in the state.
Pinkett getting in now. Relieving Braylon.
Grayson Pinkett, the backup quarterback, the junior, hands the ball off to Thompson, who gets to the 40-yard line. It's 3rd down. So Braylon, another good night.
Yep.
Finishes 13 out of 18, 185 yards. No touchdowns tonight. Did have the 1 interception.
Still, A was solid tonight. Made good throws. Even, the 1 interception was right to the receiver. Just got popped up.
Yep.
So not going to fault him for that one. It was a good night.
He's standing on the sideline now, right at the 50-yard line, and if we get a chance to show you between plays, he's doing exactly what Grayson Pinkett does most of the time, and that's signaling in the plays. Pass is complete. Good pass from Grayson Pinkett. Put it right where it had to be. Catch is made by Harrison Pugh.
Harrison Pugh put himself in good position, too. Nice pitch and catch there from those guys.
Harrison Pugh, who you're used to hearing his name as the holder on kicks, extra point, field goal attempts.
That was
obviously got great hands.
Yeah, just a little short. Big 4th down play here for this unit. Love to get a 1st down here. Oh, Alma's jumping.
They're going to say it's against the Wampus Cats, of course. And it will be. Just the 2nd penalty of the night. So 2 turnovers and 2 penalties.
Wow, what a clean night. Take away the 2 turnovers. But
well, and as you mentioned, the turnovers, it wasn't a bad pass.
Right.
And it was a turnover on effort.
Yeah.
Brock Mitchell was trying to just put the ball across the goal line. And I think when Coach Ashcraft and the rest of his crew, his staff looks back at this game, they will see a lot of good. And coming off the emotion of last week, and really you look at the schedule, it's been such an interesting year. And we've talked about it a lot, from opening up a new stadium at Harbor, a team that had a lot to want to exact some revenge against the Wampus Cats, to Siloam and the homecoming that was for Coach Brian Rainey and Coach Glenn Ashcraft. The Van Buren game was homecoming. Greenwood, with all the delays of the Lightning and just 2 number 1 teams. This team has faced a tremendous amount of adversity this year. It just hasn't been any weeks where it's been like, all right, let's just get ready in a normal way for the game this week. Maybe this week ahead we'll bring that. Clock stops with 6 minutes to go as they turn the ball over to the Alma Airedales. Grant Ellis punting for the first time tonight.
And if it wasn't for the penalty, they were going to go for it on 4th down, and there wouldn't have been a punt. Not that matters in a game like this, 35-0.
Airedales across the 20-yard line. Stop made by number 44, Donald Joshua, and number 46, Sawyer Tomlin. Those two team up on the tackle. Coming up on the 5-minute mark. Cats are up 35-0. Love for these final 5 minutes to run off the clock, and it'd be the completion of a shutout tonight.
Well, and this second unit coming in here, they want to do that too. A lot of pride there, keeping that scoreboard on 0 for them.
Jake Mathis, number 55, hobbling a little bit. See if he tries to. Definitely favoring that right leg. It's 3rd down and 5. Nick Fletcher steps up in the gap. Bonneau's throw is incomplete.
Yeah, a little behind the receiver there. Could catch up to it.
Pass was intended for Levi Thornborough, and it will bring on the punting unit. Alma's going to be forced to punt the football back, and hopefully a few snaps away from the clock running out completely, and it will be a successful night for the Cats.
Always a good night, too, when you can get the depth out there, get those second-teamers, third-teamers out there, get some experience for those younger guys and playing time for the seniors.
End over end punt that goes out of bounds.
Not a good night punt.
Not at all.
A couple shanks there.
At the 46-yard line is where the Cats will take over 1st and 10. This Alma team had come into this game averaging 26 points a game. And they were tied with Bryant last week, deep into the 3rd quarter. You know, we had all of our lightning delays at the start of the game, but that storm that blew through Greenwood, it didn't just blow through Sebastian County. You know, it wreaked a lot of havoc throughout the state last week. They actually had 2 delays in their game throughout the game. They did complete it, but they had delays once they got started. After the delays at the start of our game, once we kicked it off, we were able to finish, which was nice. I know there were a couple of games in eastern Arkansas that they played deep into the night, actually into the morning on Saturday. There were a few that ended after midnight. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to play, 35-0. Grayson Pinkett, good job to get the snap a little bit high. Hands the ball off.
Dial on the carry, his second one.
McCall Dale, the 5'9", 160-pound sophomore. McCall getting a chance to get some carries here. 35-0. 3rd down and a yard. High snap.
Ooh.
And a good job.
Pinkett. Oh, if he could have just threw it away. Could have completed that play there.
It's Parker Teague who's getting a chance to play quarterback now. That's number 10. Grayson Pinkett had a few snaps on the last drive, and this time it's Parker Teague, 5'9", 148-pound sophomore who's in the game.
Well, right decision there. The high snap wasn't his fault, but he got the ball and rolled out. Had a chance to make a play, but too much pressure was coming. Ideally, just throws that one away.
2 minutes to go. The clock runs.
But that's the great thing. I mean, getting those guys out there facing, this adversity, on this level Friday night, it's a great experience.
Ellis, boy, what a punt.
A beauty, yeah.
Wow. It'll go into the end zone. And it will come out for Alma to have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Grant Ellis's family standing up to our left and cheering for their Wampus cat, who did a great job with the punt. He hasn't had a lot of chances tonight to punt, but he certainly handled it well when he has.
Minute 30 now. Continues to run. Alma would love to make this, get a score on the board tonight. Good job. Good penetration by that defense. Ellis back there in the backfield.
Cats are about to improve to 7-0. 7-0, 4-0 in conference play. And again, an interesting part of the schedule. We've had all these teams that we weren't all that familiar with to this stage, and now comes the teams that we're used to playing in, whether it was the 7A Central or the 6A or whatever it might have been through the years. But with Catholic, Russellville, and Bryant all coming up over the next few weeks. Donald Joshua, the other number 44. With the other number 44, we've got to know very well, Kevin Chamorro. Donald Joshua, sophomore defensive lineman there.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah, that's good strength right there. You can just see him pick him up and take him back down.
5'10", 182-pounder, sophomore. He's going to grow and be a very, very important part of this team. You could just tell, even from the box, the press box, you watch some of these guys, you think they just look like a different type of ball player. And it is good to see them. And the last two times we've been here, whether it was Greenwood Van Buren 2 weeks ago or Alma tonight, we've been able to go deep into the roster to get some guys on the field. And it's a shutout victory for the Wampus Cats. Final score, Conway 35, Alma 0. Conway improves to 7-0. They are 4-0 in conference play. Alma drops to 3-4. They are 0-4 in the 7A, 6A Central. We'll take 60 seconds. When we come back, we'll wrap things up from John McConnell Stadium on Conway Corporation, Channel 5 Sports.
For over 20 years at Brooks Fine Jewelry in Conway, our family has helped you pick out that perfect gift. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, holiday, anniversary, or just to say I love you, we have a wide selection of jewelry and price range. We will find you the diamond you want to fit your budget. Our in-house custom jewelry design and manufacturing will make you that one-of-a-kind ring, from your ideas to a finished product. We also offer some of the best prices in town on jewelry repair and ring sizing. Stop in today and let our family make your special occasion unforgettable.
Wampus Cat Marching Band did a great job at halftime tonight. That was fun to bring you for the Crane Kia halftime show. Crane Kia, one of our sponsors, and we certainly appreciate them. And the rest of our sponsors, and boy, they're a part of a good year of Wampus Cat football.
Yeah, they are.
Cats are 7-0. They get the victory 35-0 tonight over Alma.
Just an efficient night. Take away the 2 turnovers. It was almost perfect night on both sides of the ball. Conway with 423 yards of offense and 185 by Braylon Smith through the air, 13 of 18 for him, and throwing passes 4 to Matt Cummins for 81 yards, DJ Johnson 5 for 46, and the great performance continues with Kevin Chamorro, number 44, had another great night, 8 carries, 145 yards, efficient, 18 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns for him. Mark Odom, also great, 5 carries, 62 yards, averaging 12.4 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns for him. D'Artagnan Thompson, efficient in the time that he had, 7 carries, 21 yards, and just a fun night. Held Alma to 123 yards on the ground, 34 through the air, and 157 total yards. They only averaged 3.1 yards a play tonight. That's a pretty dynamic job by that defense.
As much as you don't want to see turnovers and a couple of penalties, I'm almost glad that it happened, because otherwise we'd be talking about this being perfect.
Yeah.
And you don't ever really want to achieve perfection.
All right.
Because okay, good. This was a great performance. Don't want to turn the ball over, and a couple of penalties. Boys got something to work on.
Yeah. Save it for the championship game.
Wow. But Jim, otherwise this was just a dominating performance tonight. 35-0. Conway gets the win over Alma. Our thanks to you for watching. Our thanks to our sponsors for making the night possible and making every night possible that we get to do Wampus Cat football. We'll be back here next week as the Cats have senior night and Little Rock Catholic is in town. If you haven't seen your number 1 ranked Wampus Cats yet, you got to get out and see them, y'all. This is a fun team, great to watch, that represents your city so very well. And we have a great time broadcasting their games. And that man right there that's leading this group, Coach Clint Ashcraft, is a huge reason why we enjoy doing this so much. Congratulations to them on the victory and getting to 7-0. Matt Bloomfield ran everything upstairs. Him and his crew, a great job as always. Levi Gilbert produced things here in the box. Stats, Scott Taylor put together the numbers, and there were a lot of great ones for the Wampus Cats tonight. Jim Files handled everything on the color commentary. My name is Jeff Matthews. Thrilling to be here tonight. We'll have the game next week against Catholic on Conway Corporation, Channel 5 Sports.